Hello and welcome to this tutorial from the File ICT Academy Video Library. In today's tutorial, I will be answering the recent ICT elective practical exams for school candidates, which is 2026. In this tutorial, I will be answering question 3, which is HTML. Now, as you can see here, it says using an appropriate text editor, create a web page layout using HTML as shown in figure 1. Now, as you can see by looking at the image here, it is a table with 3 columns and 2 rows. 3 columns and 2 rows. The title the page with your index number and full name. Set the background color to a color of your choice and the text to red. Ensure the background and the text colors are contrasting enough for readability, and then save the page as columns in the folder created on your desktop. So I have already did this part, as you can see on my screen right now. I already saved the HTML to columns, or the HTML page to columns in the folder. So I'm going to proceed in creating this table. So first, as you can see on my screen, I've already created the HTML structure with the doc type declaration of HTML5, and I've opened and closed the HTML page, the head, and then also the title, and then I have also created the opening tag and the closing tag of the body. So now I will just come inside the body here to create these 3 columns and then 2 rows. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to create a table. So I'll use the table tag to create a table first, and then I will create a row which is tr, and then inside the tr I will create the table data, which is the information inside the table. So inside the table data, as you can see on the question on the diagram here, there should be item 1, item 2 and item 3. So we are creating the first row first. So the first row has 3 columns, so that means we need to, let me just put this here so we can see exactly what we are doing. So because we have 3 columns, so that means we need to have 3 table data tags. So we have the table for the table structure, we have the tr for the row, we have 2 rows, and we have the table data for holding the data that is inside the rows or columns. So here we're going to say item 1 inside the first td tag, and then we're just gonna save time by copying and pasting. So when we do this, so in this case, when we have 3 tds here, td tags inside 1 row, that will create 3 columns. So I'll come here and change this to 2, and then this one to 3, so that I will have 3 columns inside that row. So I'll just minimize, save my changes, come to the browser and refresh. So as you can see, I have item 1, item 2 and item 3, just like in the image. So before I move to the second row, let me just add the attribute so that we can see what we are doing. So I'm going to say border equals to 1, so that I will see the border. Okay, border equals to 1. So let's first concentrate on the first row, then I will show you how to duplicate and then create the second row. So on screen, if you see so what we're going to do now is to create this gap. As you can see, the item, the table data, or the data inside the cell here is at the middle, okay, and there is a little bit of padding or a little bit of gap here. So what we're going to do now, we are going to the table data of the first one. So let's say we're going to add align. We want to put it in the middle, so we're going to say align equals to center. Align equals to center, and then we're going to also say width. Sorry, we're going to say width equals to let's say maybe 100. Okay, then after the width, we're gonna say height equals to, let me try 75 and see. Okay, so once I add that attribute, let me save it and look at the changes. So when I refresh, as you can see, I've created this. So you'll see that the align equals to center aligns the item at the center, the data of the data at the center, and then the width, it expands between here and here, the width between here and here, and then the height, that is here and here. So yeah, as you can see. So let's see whether it looks exactly as we have here. Okay, so maybe what I'm going to do, I am going to increase the width to 200, and then the height, I think the height is okay. The height is okay, so let me just increase the width and see. Yes, so I think this should do. So once I am satisfied with the first one, so I'm just going to copy this attribute here, and then I will come to the next column here and then paste it. Okay, and then save my changes, go to the browser and refresh. So as you can see, I have easily created that one. So now all I have to do next is, because this is going to be the same code, so I'm just gonna copy the entire code of that row, the entire code, and I'm going to copy it here, come at the bottom of the closing tag of the first row, press enter, and then paste. So when I save now and then I refresh, as you can see, I have the second column. So next I will just have to come here and change the information. This is supposed to be 4, and then this one 5, and then this one 6. Okay, so when I refresh, as you can see, I have almost exactly shown in the picture here. Okay, so let's proceed now with the next question. All right, so let's proceed with the next question and see. Here, as you can see, it says title the page with your index number. So at the title here, so let's assume my index number is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then I add my full name. Okay, Osman Fal. Okay, so that's gonna be the title. Next, you have set the background to your color, to a color of your choice, and the text to red, and so the background and the text colors are contrasting enough for readability. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I will come into the body, and then I will say BG color. BG color stands for background color. BG color stands for okay, let me say cyan and see, and then maybe I can say text, let's see if this works, text red. Okay, so let's see how that looks. Okay, the text is red, the background is cyan, but let me change, because as you can see, it said it has to contrast. So let me try maybe a yellow background and see with red. Okay, that's not bad. Yes, so as you can see, we have changed the background color to yellow and then the text to red. So let's look at the last question. The last question says save the page as columns in the folder created. So saving, which I already did, you can just simply go to file, go to save as, and then don't forget to save your work as columns.html. So it will be meaningless if you do all this work and you did not save this as .html, so that it will be a web page. Okay. All right, so I hope that answers this part of the question, and then thanks for watching. Don't forget to watch other tutorials on ICT Elective on my channel, and please subscribe to this channel so that I can continue making more videos about ICT Elective. Thank you.